What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Hey, come on in, take a seat, you guys. Listen, let's get into this. We probably ain't gonna be here long because the episode it was what it was. The ladies are on their little trip, honey. So it's a few little things that we're gonna get into. I'm definitely gonna make sure that I speak on it because I definitely want to hear what Candy got to say about that last 5 minutes of this episode. But listen, let me tell you what you ain't gonna do, Drew. Drew, what you're not gonna do is make me unsee what we know we saw, okay? Okay, now let's go back to the beginning and then we're gonna work our way down to the end. Hey everybody, I'm gonna say a quick hello to the people. Hey Kenya, Lemon Kush, Amber Tan, Morgan, Keisha, Self-Care, Not Selfish. Hey Nikki, Mama Nina. Mama Mina. I hope I'm saying your name right, and I apologize if I'm not. Hey Sharon, hey Iris, Miss Bay Thing, Kim, Montrez, Corray. Hey. Candy will be on Watch What Happens Live. Oh, now I gotta watch the daggone Watch What Happens Live too, child. All right. You've never seen women bigger like this on vacation. Well, here's at the end of the day, what it boils down to. I don't even know no more. We know that they just not friends in real life. Like these women just are not friends. They create problems when there isn't one. Like they really just do unnecessary mess. But let's get into this. So first of all, we left off last week with Drew running off crying. Now listen, I think all of us can agree that Drew was upset about something deeper than this argument that she got into with Sheree. Like Candy said, because maybe Drew ran up out of there and Candy was like, and scene. Now let me say this about people. Candy gonna get a little flack later on in this episode about that because they were like, dang, that's her friend, and she didn't even go after her. Dang, that's her friend, and she ain't feel no kind of way. First of all, Candy ain't felt like it was real. Now, I'm not saying that Candy is right or Candy is wrong, but Candy felt like he was being over dramatical, so she was not entertaining it. Candy is me and I am her. I already told y'all, I do not know. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Mama Mina. I hope I'm saying it right. I like that name. I like it the way I'm saying it, but I hope I'm saying it right. So that's my whole thing about the situation. Like, that is me. I told y'all before, I don't know what to do with tears. I'm not that person. I help you fix the problem, but I don't know nothing about, I don't do tears well. So if I have friends that are like that are just dramatic, hell, that's my sister. Let me tell y'all something. My sister, if you meet her, you would think she the hardest person. You would think she just thugged out. Not hood thug, but she could be a little hood-ish. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you meet my sister, you'll be like, and my sister definitely has resting bitch face, right? She don't mean to, but she really does. Like, now my sister's got the most beautiful smile. When she smiles now, she lights up a room, okay? Her smile is gorgeous. But when she not smiling, she got resting bitch face. Right? But my sister is she is the most sensitive. Like she cries. It's the family joke. We were like, she just let me tell y'all this story. And then we're gonna move on. We were at my uncle's funeral. It was and I ain't making fun of my uncle's funeral, but we was down to my uncle's funeral. And you know how on the program we was saying a prayer. And I closed my eyes when I prayed. I was standing next to my cousin. Y'all already know that my cousin is like one of my best friends. So I'm standing next to my cousin. And we hear somebody behind us. The whole prayer, all we hear is the whole prayer. And we had our eyes closed. And we were like pinching each other. We were like, what in the world? The whole time. Baby, that man couldn't say amen fast enough. I said, who is this behind us crying through the prayer? I turned around, it was my damn sister. Because she came in late. It was my sister. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of So when my sister get to crying, I really don't pay her no mind. Because my sister cry on happy occasions. If it's too happy of occasion, she crying. She be like, it's just so beautiful how all of us are just here together. I'd be like, girl, we got to cook out. You don't go sit down and fix you a hamburger. Like, that's my sister. And in that moment, I felt like that's how Candy was. Candy was like, I know Drew. Drew is my girl, but I know extra when I see extra, right? Now, do I think that Drew's response was because of Sheree? No, it wasn't. We know that. But in the moment, shall we call my sister Weeping Wanda? Now, you got to be a particular age to get that joke. You got to be of a particular age to get that joke. But we call my sister Weeping Wanda. Now, for those people that's in my age group, y'all might know that reference. Put it in the chat if you know that reference. Where does the reference Weeping Wanda come from? Where does it come from? Y'all tell me if you know. So Candy was like, ain't seen. And she went up to go to the bathroom. The other thing was 3 other people ran out after her. Do I really need to go? Because listen, I'm telling y'all, that would have been me. I'd be like, where's 3 other people? Look at Xavier. Oh, Xavier. I'm surprised. Look at my boo getting it on the first. He the first one to drop down and say good times. You better go ahead, Xavier. But I was like, 3 other people went. I gotta go too. Listen, Candy was me in that moment. Now, if I'm sorry if that make y'all feel like I'm a little insensitive. I'm not, but I would be like, they'll probably do a better job than me. Now, while she was out there with the people, she explained, well, no, actually in her confessional, what's up, y'all, boo? Actually, and don't forget, we are at the Citadel tomorrow night. We are at Yocrates' channel for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. So he already has scheduled it. So y'all make sure y'all go set y'all notifications so y'all know when we go live. Y'all know sometimes YouTube be playing, with the notifications. So y'all make sure y'all go over to his channel, hit the live button, and the video should be there. You can get the link. You know how you can do to notify me. Also, we always share the link on our channel. So if you don't know, you forgot, you should already be subscribed to y'all, but that's another conversation for another day. She did the same on 229. Oh yeah, you talking about 227? But she that the lady who played Weeping Wanda was on 227. She did. So my thanks, Pearl. That was her name, wasn't it, Pearl? Because I used to call my mama Pearl. Child. See, y'all get me going left. That's how you know this episode didn't have nothing. Before my parents got an addition put on their house, right? They screened in the porch and they got an addition put on the house. But before my parents got an addition put on the house, my mother, when my parents' bedroom, it's in the front of the house, that's where the main, they don't call it master anymore. But my parents have a bathroom, and there was a window in the bathroom, and my mama would be in that window, like when we would come home, like we would, like, we'd come home from being out or whatever, baby, my mama would be in that window. Y'all, where y'all coming back from? You got your key? Who coming in the house with you? Like, I would be like, damn, Mom. So we used to call her Pearl because she would be in that damn window. I was so happy when my parents got that addition put on the house and she couldn't hang out in that damn window no more, watching what we was doing, who was coming, who was dropping me off, paying attention to who dropping me off. You don't need to know who dropping me off, lady. Okay, let's get back to the story. That's that ADHD. Woo-hoo, I'm back. So ultimately, in her confessional, she said that she was worried about Ralph because of the women flirting, and he's in Vegas because the producer liked his body, and that's the same producer that oiled him up for the video. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Now, that's my daddy. No, my daddy know everybody's business. Listen. My daddy can tell you what time people go to work, what time they get off work, who got a promotion, who disappears, who don't disappear, who gets visitors during the day that they ain't supposed to have, who bought a new car, who got a new pet, what time they walk their pet. Baby, my daddy know. You talk about a neighborhood watch. Oh, baby, if it's going down, it's going down. My daddy be telling you who having affairs. I said, Daddy, why are you in them people business? I ain't in their business. I just see it. Okay. Was that Drew in the video? I think it was Drew in the video. So the reality of the situation is, I don't even think that's what Drew was mad about. I think there was stuff in real time. Like, you sitting here talking about you're that disturbed about a hypothetical situation that might happen with him in Vegas. I don't know. I still think it was more to it. I think Drew was upset about something other than Sheree, and it was just more to it. But anyway, child. Right, them folks telling themselves he didn't ask them about nothing. Child, my father be watching. He'd be like, well, every night his car be coming over such and such a time. That's around probably after she put her kids to sleep. They because where my parents screened in the porch is now a sunroom and it faces the street. So that addition, so when my mama lost her window, my daddy got a whole porch, but it's like it's not a porch, but it's a sunroom now, but it's got a what they call them windows, those long windows. I mean, what they call it? Damn, y'all know what I'm talking about. The big windows. Not panoramic. Anyway, big ass window. And he see it all. He sees it all, okay? So my father is hilarious and don't even be trying to be. Bay window. Thank you, Miss Dee. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, it's a big old bay window there. So he see everything because that's where he sit, baby. That is where he is camped out. Lord, let me get back to this show. Y'all gonna be, people on the replay gonna be like, she wasn't even talking about the show. Let me get back to the show, chat. Yes, he got a big old bay window and he see everything. Anyway, so sorry, my phone. Okay. Okay. So that was pretty much that. They went back to the hotel room after dinner. So it's day 2 and all the ladies are getting themselves dressed and getting ready for the day. Now, I got a question for y'all. And I know we're only on day 2, but I need y'all to share with me if I'm tripping. I need to know if I'm tripping or not. But answer me this, please. Didn't Sheree say that this trip was gonna be about wellness? They was gonna do sound baths and yoga, and didn't she say they was gonna do all this stuff to find holistic health, to create some holistic? I ain't seen them do nothing but eat. I have not seen. Now I get it that it was raining, and so maybe some of the activities were supposed to be outdoor activities, but they got this whole plan. They're gonna go to the market. They're gonna pick out the food from the market. Then they're gonna go to a restaurant where the chef is gonna cook the food that they picked out at the market. What else was on the agenda? Cause I don't see nothing holistic or wellness about what they have done in the first 2 days. Now, granted, like I said, I understand that this is only day 2. And I know I shouldn't be comparing to the other housewives, but I remember when them Real Housewives down to the Beverly Hills, they went to that, they was down in La Quinta. And I remember they had the sound bath, they did the outdoor yoga, right? I just don't understand what we're doing here in Portugal. And why did we have to go all the way to Portugal to do a sound bath? We didn't have to do that, ma'am. What does Portugal, again, and correct me if I'm sounding ignorant, I need y'all's help. What does Portugal have? Like, what are they known for? Do they have natural springs? I could see if they had gone to New Zealand and gotten in the natural springs, right? I feel like I'm just waiting for the holistic stuff, okay? Then they went and did pottery. And all you did was paint a pre-made piece of clay. Y'all didn't even make your own pottery. I could even see if they was making pottery. Y'all didn't even make no pottery. Y'all just sat there and painted a star and a heart. The fuck? That was your whole first day? Stop being picky. Okay. All right. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Now, Kenya, I got to give you a little piece. I got to give you a little piece. The way you yelled at them women and left them women when y'all was down to the Birmingham, and you was the last one, they waiting on you, looking for you, and you was the last one coming out, and then you walked your happy tail out there in them damn hotel slippers. Girl, you didn't bring no sneakers. Now, I'm not saying that she deserved to fall, and I felt bad because, baby, she fell on that thing. It hurt me. It hurt me. Okay? When I saw Kenya go down, baby, I know it hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. That thing hurt me. Okay? So Kenya fell down, and they had to take her to the hospital, and she asked for Candy to go. So when you start talking about who's friends with who and who's really a friend with somebody, girl, when you go to the hospital, you ask for a person to go with you, that's when you know there's a friendship there, there's a bond there. Carlos King, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Carlos. Those girls are friends. Now, don't do that. And that's a real friend, because don't nobody, and I do mean nobody, and when I say it again, I'm going to say it for the third time, there is nobody that volunteers to go to the emergency room. That is listen, that is a test of friendship. There are certain things that we do in friendships that will test our friendship. Going to the emergency room is a testament of a friendship, because you already know you're going to be there all day. There's no emergency room in the world where you ain't there all day. You already know what it is. Now we got this urgent care. Urgent care is better. It is better. Urgent care is better. Okay? But you already know, going to the emergency room, you already know what it is. That's how you know when somebody's friends. I'm just telling you. So, Carlos, you listening? They friends. So, Courtney, Kenya gonna light your ass up at the reunion. Kenya is gonna light your ass up. Courtney had a nerve to be sitting over there with Drew talking about karma has a weird way of catching up with us, and God knows how to God knows how to clear up. I said, what? I said, what you trying to say? And Drew, you said it in your confessional that you felt like, Courtney's words were ill-timed and ill-placed, but you needed to say that to her. And I felt like you did, but you didn't. Like, you were kind of like, what? Why would you say that? But you needed to be like, don't do that. That girl, we don't know. Because, like, real talk, she could have really hurt something. She could have really hurt something. And yes, karma does have a weird way, but I just didn't. Mm-mm. 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 Right. That's what Courtney was trying to say, that God struck Kenya down. And again, I get it. Kenya ain't everybody's cup of tea. Hell, half the time Kenya get on my damn nerves. But I don't know. I stopped short of see that y'all be putting God in everything, and God is in everything, but y'all know what I'm saying. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. And Kenya gonna get your ass. See, that's the kind of shit. Kenya probably already tweeting about it. Kenya has probably already tweeted about what Courtney said. Probably. If I look, it is probably there. You know what? Let me take a pause for the cause. It's 85 people in the room. I know it's a lot of people live. I know Candy's doing her speak on it. So thank you for those of you that are here. I really appreciate it. But I am going to take a quick pause for the cause. Quintessential reminded me of something. I'm going to drop this link in the chat. This is the link to my Avon. I'm gonna start advertising my Avon again, y'all. But right now Avon is running a special. If you are a Skin So Soft person, they are running a bundle. It is 2 bottles of Skin So Soft and 2 of the Skin So Soft gel. Wait a minute, the link ain't dropping. Hold on. Let me get the link again. So if you are a Skin So Soft person, a Avon person. Oh shoot, what did I just do? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh Lord, what did I do? Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, I'll drop it in a second. It's not letting me. It's not letting me drop it. It's not letting me drop it. Like dropping it with Drew. It's not letting me drop it. Um. All right, I'll find it. But anyway, you could go to it's in my description box. You can go to the Amazon link in my description box. But yeah, pause for the cause. All right, let's get back to the show. So while this is going on, the ladies are on their way to the market, and it is raining. And it's the rainy season, and they were like, "Who plans a trip to Portugal during rainy season?" Child, whatever. Ain't nobody. Y'all know. First of all, y'all know good and daggone well that Sheree didn't plan this trip. So let's start from the beginning and work our way back. Okay. Bravo planned this trip. And second of all, even if she had planned this trip, y'all know good and daggone well she ain't check all that. She ain't check all that. She ain't check all that. Okay. Um, so they get to the market, and I mean the market's nice. The market looks nice. Um, there it is. Okay. Hey, Rod, listen. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. See, anybody catching this review in the replay, my apologies. I know y'all gonna cuss me out in the comments because I'm all over the place. Right? I was out Saturday, y'all, and I went by the Starbucks, and I was getting me some Starbucks on my way home, and Rod was there, and Rod said, she looked at me and she was like, I'm used to people when somebody looks at me like that, I'm used to them saying, did you teach such and such? Because usually it's a student or somebody a student from the school that I worked at or something like that. Because she's younger. And she had on her mask, so I couldn't see her whole face, but I was like, oh, she must be a former student. Because I know that look. I know that look, y'all. And she was like, do you do YouTube? Are you really me? And I was like, yes, y'all. So shout out to my girl Ra. She's the first person to recognize me when I haven't been with James. Now I've been with James Caldwell, aka Spilly Boy, and people have recognized him, and then so me. But she's the first person that was like, "Are you really BTV?" And so you put a smile on my face. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my love. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, remember, girl? Yes. So, okay. First of all, y'all should have pitched in for better accommodations like the Beverly Hills girls if you wanted a better stay. I think the hotel was nice. They weren't complaining about the hotel. They was complaining about the weather. The hotel was nice. Child, I wasn't acting like nothing, little baby. What you talking about? I said, I didn't. She recognized me. Yes, Candace. Hey, boo. So, we get to the market, and again, somebody in the chat just said that Portugal is known for their food. So I'm assuming that this is like a very famous market. There was a lot of seafood there, which, to be expected. And the ladies, they kind of had a good time walking around, picking out the different food. They had a little bit of everything there. And again, I'm waiting, for Sheree to give us a natural tour, take us to the area, tell us what foods are good for certain things. Oh, this is recommended if you're having these type of issues. And like, these are kinds of things that you could have incorporated without it's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you walked around this whole market. You said, well, this type of fish is recommended if you are having, this is what's good for arthritis. Like, just, girl, y'all just walking through the market. And again, I'm sure this is a very famous market. And yes, they had a lot of things there. So they leave the market. She don't know and don't care. You ain't lying. She probably don't, child. So they leave the market and they head on over to the restaurant. And the man, cooks them the food. And Sheree asked about some green wine. And the man was like, oh, yeah, we got the green wine. Yeah. And so he pours them some green wine, but it ain't really green. He wait until after they order the bottle to tell them it ain't green. Now, sir, she specifically said the green wine. You gonna say later on, well, it's not really green. It's made from an area and the vines are green. Child, that's not. I feel like that was a Marston lost in translation moment. And Marlo, yeah, Marlo was flirting with that man, but she was talking about Scott Lee, child. She was talking about how how she really liking Scott Lee. And then of course they had to bring up the fact that Kenya had made a comment about him being a Tinder date. Auntie Didi, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, Auntie Didi, but I said, well, I don't want my ignorance to come through too much because our show was a little. So, I mean, it wasn't Tinder per se, but you were set up on a date. It was a blind date. I mean, but Kenya wasn't there to defend herself. But of course, they had to have a conversation about that. So at some point, they called Candy to check on Candy. I think Mayetta called. They were still in the waiting room, waiting their turn. And then they had the nerve to be like, here go Marlo. This is where you really need to be worldwide. This is where worldwide need to come in handy. And somehow this moment became about Candy. Marlo went off on this whole tangent about Candy and what Candy didn't do and and then Mayetta talking about there should be somebody there to escort them through to let them know that they're VIP. What? Now, listen. Reality, I get it. The reality is there are people who get special favors just because of who they are. I'm not stupid. Okay. I know that. However, Downey, like, really? So they were supposed to get somebody to escort them so they could be ushered through while you got all these people sitting in the waiting room waiting. They let us sit down and wait their turn like everybody else. Now, again, y'all don't need to tell me in the chat or in the comments that we know that celebrities and people with money get VIP. They do. I'm not about to sit here. I ain't about to sit here and argue about that. We know that does happen. That is a fact of life. But if y'all don't go sit down somewhere, first of all, I'm gonna tell you what should have happened. This is my opinion. This is me really be talking. First, and I don't know how bad Kenya was when she failed, but listen, if they could have got Kenya up to her room, they should have called them a concierge doctor, which a hotel on that level has access to a concierge doctor. They should have, if they could have, they should have took Kenya up to her room. And again, I don't know how, because I know she said she didn't even want to walk. So I understand maybe she couldn't have got up to her room. But they should have got Kenya took her up to that room if she could have, laid her down, called a concierge doctor. Now I understand that Kenya thought that, oh, maybe something's hurt, maybe something's bruised, maybe you was just you was stung. You hit the pavement really hard. You probably just needed some good narcotics, and you need to lay down for a little while. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Bravo should have handled faster treatment for Kenya. I feel like production probably could have handled that differently. If I'm on production, I don't think I would have sent her to the emergency room. I think I would have got a concierge doctor, let the concierge doctor look at her. And then if he said or she said that they recommend x-rays and they recommend that she gets more treatment, then they would have been able to get her that VIP because they would have went in through a concierge doctor. That makes sense what I'm saying? So, Kenya was fine. Hell, she didn't have to deal with all the ladies. That's true. She got a day off. They would have taken Kenya upstairs like Judy Winslow. Not Judy Winslow, who we still waiting for, child. Not Judy Winslow. Marlo must have forgotten that they are Black Americans. Hell, I don't see her for Oprah, but she has been treated like a regular Black person before. Marlo, why we haven't seen the sale from La Raga? You know what? Child. But I'm just saying that's what I would have done. If I'm production, that's how I would have handled it. But again, better safe than sorry. She stayed. They said they was there for 7 hours. They was there for 7 hours. Let me say that one more time. They was there for 7 hours. That's a work day. So then they told Drew about what Candy said when she got up and left and said, and seen. So of course Drew and her feelings about it, and she's hurt because why would Candy make fun of her? Man, I was having a moment. Yeah, Nikki, so that's what I'm saying. See, that's friends. That's listen. In the words of Dionne Warwick, that's what friends are for. Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, you know what I'm saying? That's what friends are for, child. That's a lot. 7.5 hours, right? That's a work day. If you take out your lunch and your breaks, baby, that's a work day. So then they had to bring up the DMs about Marlo and Scott Lee and Kenya and Martell and uh, Kenya's boy. Like, child, I don't care. Then Martell done called. The fact that Martell and Sheree ain't even pretending to be in a relationship no more, I'm just going. But he talking about some. So you're gonna be in Portugal a lot of days, sir? What? If y'all talk the way y'all claim y'all talk, and y'all, as close as y'all claim y'all are, what you mean a lot of days? You mean so you got 2 more days in Portugal, or you're coming back on Tuesday, right? What does that mean? A lot of days. He just sounds so 5. So you gonna be gone a lot of days? Then he gonna say, well, we ain't never been this long. We ain't never gone this long without having sex before. So make sure you think of me when you in your room at night. It is so obvious that that was for us, right? Because you knew you were on speakerphone. You knew that there was a whole table full of women. It is so obvious that that was for us. Whether Sheree gave him the script or he came up with it himself. But it'd be different if he was like, take me off a speaker for a minute. I want to talk to you. Okay. But this fool knew he was on speakerphone talking about something. You don't even know how many days she gonna be gone. Because you started off with you're gonna be gone a lot of days, right? So you don't even know how long she gonna be gone. And then you're gonna say, well, we ain't never been that long without having sex before. Sir, you live in a whole nother state. I just can't. I just can't. Anyway. So they left there and they went down to Pottery Barn and they painted them a fish and a star. And Marlo goes on to talk about how everybody gets along when Kenya and Candy not here. So I was like, okay, so that's where we're going with this. That's where we're going with this. So everybody's fine. We all get along. Everything is great when Candy and Kenya not here. Okay. They just got finished showing us a whole montage of Drew arguing with people. But okay. All right then. We just saw a whole montage of Sheree. Okay then. You had a whole moment where Marlo apologized to Drew for yelling at her and getting in her face. But everybody get along when Candy and Kenya not around. The only time there's a problem is when Candy and Kenya's around. Okay. Okay, girl. I don't understand the purpose of them going to the Pottery Barn. other than just to put something on the agenda for them to do. Because that could have been when they went to the sound bath. That could have been when they went to yoga. I mean, she could have took them to a holistic store and maybe they could have learned about essential oils. I'm just saying, I just feel like they could have done more than what we got. But okay, child. Okay. All right. Go off, child. When they went and painted the star in the stars and the hearts and stuff. So then we go back to the hotel and we having a slumber party. We having a slumber party for the ladies. It is so obvious to me. Let me say this. Candy has said this herself, and Jonathan, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Candy has said this herself that this season she was burnt. Before the season even started, she had just come off of the Escape SWV. Emotionally, physically, she really was drained. She had a lot going on, and you can tell. You can tell. I was with Marlo. I mean, not Marlo. I was with Sheree when Sheree said, when Sheree said, when Sheree said, Candy rolled up in here like set it off. Listen, she did. She did. Candy got them cornrows going to the back with that sweatsuit on. She ain't even try. Candy said, I'm not giving y'all no lingerie. I'm not giving you a cute robe. I'm gonna put on this good sweatsuit and I'm gonna walk my happy ass down the hallway. I can't wait for Candy to put on a wig or something because her hair is braided like it's wig ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even being funny, but it's braided like it's ready for her to put on a wig. So I kept waiting for Candy to give us a moment, and Candy was like, y'all gonna get these braids to the back. Y'all gonna get these 5 or 6 cornrows going to the back, and that's all you getting right now. That's all you getting right now. That's all I got for Portugal. I said it. Because I said, Candy ain't even try. She just rolled up in a sweatsuit. She ain't give him no lingerie, no nothing. And we know Candy got lingerie. We know Candy got lingerie. This how you know Candy was just over it. She wasn't trying to give us no bedroom candy. It's a whole slumber party. She wasn't trying to give us no bedroom candy moment. She wasn't plugging nothing. She wasn't like, oh yeah, this is bedroom candy. Yeah, girl. She wasn't giving nothing. That is how you know Candy was over it. Candy was over it. So the ladies start kind of coming down on Candy about how she don't really spend no time with them and she's not really with them. And Candy was like, listen, I'm all I could say is I'm sorry. Like I'm tired. She was like, the group is back hot again, and offers come that we just can't turn down. And she brought up a good point. She was like, when you've had it and you lost it, when you have an opportunity to get it again, you know that you got to jump on. And she said sometimes offers come through that we just can't say no to, Then Drew brings up how she was hurt when Candy said and seen. This is the part that exhausted me. Look, girl, you was being dramatical. Listen, Candy said what she said. Now she did apologize, but she was like, girl, I'm over this. Like, it's too much. Y'all are doing too much. Y'all are doing too much. I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying as far as Candy is concerned, and I like Candy, I really do. But I'm gonna just say this, Candy, you keep telling us how you're so stretched out and you don't really have a lot of time. She said she don't take a lot of me time and all of that, and I respect it. I respect the hustle. I do. I really respect the hustle. But I'm gonna just say what I've been saying, and I know some people were like, "I like the spoofs and da 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 da." But this, I'm just using the spoofs as an example of things that Candy, you don't have to do. Like you chose to do the spoofs. You took time out to do the spoofs. And like she said, the spoofs don't even make her any money. She spends money to do the spoofs. They're cute. Okay, we get a little chuckle and then we move on. But if you are really in a situation where there's more things on your to-do list than there is time in the day, then that's the kind of thing you can take off your to-do list. You know what I'm saying? The time it took you to get in hair and makeup and do the production and put it all together, that was a couple of hours that you really could have just been doing something else, right? So that was just the example that I'm using. There are things that I get it. Do your concerts, do your shows, make your money. I ain't never saying. But if that's something that's costing you money and time away from your family that's already complaining about time away, girl, take it off. You don't need it. You don't need it. You know? If Drew didn't admit her tears had to do with Ralph, I would have 100% been on her side. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, she was like, "But people don't know what I have going on." Right. You can't expect me to respond to something that I don't know what's happening. You can't expect me to respond to something that I don't know is happening. So I don't know you and Ralph are having problems. For all I know, you mad because Sheree talked about this damn lawsuit. And then she had a nerve to talk about something. I've never been sued before. It's serious, girl. And I understand that she was upset from the point of view of somebody trying to take advantage. And she did win the lawsuit. She represented herself and she won, which means that there must have been some validity to what Drew was saying. Right, Xavier, they ain't go clubbing, sightseeing, drinking. Now, this is only day 2, but I mean, damn. You know, I don't see none of the above. So then Sheree gets on them about none of them being on her customer list for She by Sheree. And all of them told her, girl, the website wasn't working. We were all ready it was in the group chat and everything. They was ready for midnight when the website was supposed to drop, and they were all gonna get their merch. They was all gonna get their merch. But I'm sure, listen, I am Sonya in this moment. Sonya said, girl, when the website didn't work, we got busy. We got other things going on. Ain't nobody think about doubling back. Child, we forgot. We went to the website 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It wasn't working, and we moved on with our lives. Then even sitting there in their face, they weren't clear on how to order the stuff. And then Sheree talking about something. Now they're going to sit here and act like they don't know how to use a website. Clearly, it wasn't clear to them because all of them had questions. All of them was a little confused. Now, I didn't never try to order nothing off of the website. But here's what I do know. And I remember this when I did go to the website. The website is a little confusing. It is a little confusing. But I ain't never tried to order nothing, so I can't say. That would be nice if they went to an Escape concert. That would be cute. That would be cute for them to go. So then, you know, production wrapped. The ladies did what the ladies did. They was dancing and drinking and having a good time. Somehow, we don't know how it started because production was wrapped. Somehow, we found out that, I mean, they got to arguing about Drew kissing LaToya. Drew. Come here. Come here. Come down front. Come down front, Drew. Girl, we already settled this 2 years ago. Girl, 2 years ago when we saw that footage when y'all thought y'all had covered up the camera good, but y'all ain't get that camera all the way covered up, and we saw a body on top of another body, and we heard your voice and LaToya's voice. Girl, we used our deductive reasoning skills 2 years ago. Not to mention, Candy done already told us, and somebody said she says it and speak on it. I'm going to look at her speak on it. We'll talk about the speak on it tomorrow. I'm going to look at it later on tonight. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. But ma'am, Ms. M, we had already had this conversation. Girl, you kissed that girl 2 years ago. It was resolved then. What you not gonna do, Drew, is rewrite history. Marlo gonna say, production gonna say, Marlo, did you see it? She said, I'm 80% certain that she did it. He said, what about the other 20%? She said, hell, Drew lying so good. She got me questioning whether I saw what I saw. So basically, Marlo is confirming that you did kiss that woman. She just, now she like, well, damn, she said it didn't happen. Maybe I didn't see it right. Exactly, Amber. I was thinking that in my head. She kissed the girl and she liked it. And from what we saw or could deduce, a little bit more went down. A little bit more went down, but we're going to leave it at the kissing. We're going to leave it at the kissing. Baby, Candy got hot. And listen, I understand. I don't have no problem with debating people. I don't even have a problem when people have an opinion that's not correct. I shouldn't say that. Your opinion is your opinion. But when people tell stuff that's not necessarily correct, right? But when you gonna sit here and call me a liar, now we got a problem. You're not gonna sit here and tell me I didn't see what I saw. And now be clear, Candy's story ain't changed. Candy said it happened then, and Candy's story ain't changed. Now, Candy might be a lot of things, and for people who don't like Candy, that's fine. It is what it is. But baby, Candy's story ain't changed, and I believe Candy. I believe you, Candy. Marlo said she saw it too. I believe you, Candy. Now, of course, that takes us right into the rest of the season where Drew is accused of having an affair with Ty, Mimi's ex-fiance. So, you know, it ties right into that storyline, which was very convenient. Okay? Very convenient. Kenya says she saw it too. Yeah. I mean, I know Candy wasn't the only one. But Candy was hot. Child, Candy picked up her coat. She didn't wear a robe. That's why I said Candy ain't even try. Candy must have been cold in that damn hotel because Candy bought a whole winter coat. She had a whole winter coat on with the sweatsuit. Baby, Candy picked that coat up. She took her gray sweatsuit and them braids to the back. She took her Miss Cleo ass, aka from Set It Off, right on back to her hotel. She said, listen, I'm getting on the plane first thing in the morning. I don't need this shit. Now listen, Jonathan even say Candy don't lie. And y'all already know Jonathan don't like Candy. At first I thought he was being funny, but now I see that he put she just a shady person. That's all. So even Jonathan say, look, she might be a little shady, but she ain't no liar. Why did she start crying when they asked about tying them confessionals? Shout. How did Kenya see it? Wasn't she upstairs? No, not the night of the party. She wasn't. She went upstairs the night before when they was playing games or something. No, the night of the bachelorette party, Kenya was there. I mean, I think she probably was one of the first ones to go to sleep. Right, and y'all, that's the other thing too. Candy is the only one out of that group that don't drink. So if anybody has a clear memory, my money's on Candy. Candy the only one that don't drink. So my money on Candy. I agree. I think Candy does need to take a break. Xavier brought up a good point the other day, and honestly, I would have to ask somebody, like a union lawyer or something, because Candy is a part of SAG. Now, all of this has already been recorded, so that doesn't matter. But when it comes time for the reunion, even though a reality show does not fall under the parameters of the people who are striking, like reality shows, game shows, whatever, but because Candy is a part of SAG, I wonder if Candy, because Candy, Drew, and Kenya I believe all of them have a SAG card. I wonder if they're going to film the reunion. I wonder how that works. Would that technically be considered them crossing the line? Would that be considered them crossing the pick? I don't know. That is an interesting question, because there are people like Garcelle. Garcelle is a member of SAG. That is interesting. I wonder how that. That's a good question. I want to know the answer to that question. They're filming the reunion next week. Yeah, I want to know the answer to that question. Kyle is a member of SAG. True. Yeah. I mean, I guess because they're filming a reality show, technically not, but they are in the union, and the union is on strike. That is weird. Weird. Yeah, that's a good question. We'll see if I guess they're planning on filming a reunion. I haven't heard anything about it. I think that's something that they would have let them know. Oh, what do I think of Bethany? Spiderweb. I think right message, wrong messenger. That's how I feel about Bethany. I'm very pro union, and I'm pro organized labor. I do think that reality TV stars get the short end of. I know reality TV isn't, but they have SAG cards. So that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, so they're filming a reality show, so it doesn't technically violate, but I'm just saying, in the spirit of the strike, I wonder, that's what I mean. I know that reality TV isn't a part of SAG, but those people have SAG cards. So I'm just wondering if that would affect. I was just wondering. I mean, it may not cross the lines at all, but I was just wondering out loud, just question. The rules aren't very clear. They might have to apply for waivers. Okay. Interesting. Because it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good example. It's kind of like if teachers are on strike and I work on the weekends at a school, but it's not like a 9 to 5, but it's still teaching. It doesn't fall under the strike. But because I'm a union, would I be, y'all know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, Andy is asking for questions for the reunion, so I don't know if it would interfere. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we would know by now. Like, I feel like Candy would have made an announcement if she wasn't going to participate in the reunion. I feel like that's something we would already know. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't disagree with with a lot of what Bethany said. I just don't know if she's the best messenger to say it. Bethany has arguably been the most successful housewife in the history of the Housewives franchise. When Bethany first started Housewives, she had to fake like the furniture in her apartment. Like, it was borrowed, or she had bought it from like IKEA or something. I forgot her saying, but she was literally broke. And I think she only made something like $15,000 the first season. It was something crazy. But it was them Skinny Girls, that Skinny Girl franchise. And she was able to negotiate in her contract that Bravo don't get no parts of that. They get no percentage of her Skinny Girl business. And so she was able to parlay that into an empire that Bravo can't touch. They don't get a piece of it. I think they should get rid of that clause. I think anybody that comes on the show that creates a business, that promotes a business, I don't think Bravo should get a percentage of it. Yeah. This season, low-key don't need a reunion. Child. Bravo changed their contracts quick. Yeah, they changed them real quick. They changed them real quick. Okay, Xavier said they work under a contract called Network Television Code that doesn't expire till next year. It doesn't expire until June of 2024. Next year might be a different conversation. Yeah. Yeah, now I wouldn't have a problem with Bethany being instrumental in organizing, but if all you want to do is make videos and blow hot air, then you ain't doing nobody no good. Are we gonna work? Are you gonna put in the work to try to unionize? There's a process, that you have to go through to create a union, to unionize. There's a process. Are you going to create that process? Are you going to work with the people? Are you going to do the work? Okay, as long as the reality shows were under contract of the show when the strike began, they can still work on those shows. Okay. 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 Well, that answers that question. Thank you, Vintage. Yeah, y'all. So that's it. That was the episode. Of course, they building up to this whole Drew situation. I'll be honest with y'all. By the time we get here, I don't know. I may or may not care no more. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you what I know. I may or may not care no more. But that's what we building up to. Don't forget tomorrow, whether you like it or not, panel on Yocrates' channel. Will I review New York today? No, probably not. I haven't even watched it yet. But I'm today, before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to do Love and Marriage Detroit and Ready to Love. I'm literally getting ready to do those two right now before when I get off of here, I'm going to do those two. And then tomorrow I'll probably do New York because I haven't even watched it. I literally watched Real Housewives of Atlanta and then came to do the review. So I looked at like maybe the first 10 minutes while I was, because this didn't start until 9:15. So I know they went to the Hamptons. That's about as far as I got. That they went to the Hamptons, child. I don't know a whole lot more. But yeah, so I'll probably do that review tomorrow. Because I gotta finish watching it first. And we'll talk about Speak on it tomorrow too. Because I definitely want to hear what Candy had to say about what happened on this episode as far as Drew and her selective memory and Drew and her drama. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you have not hit the like button, please hit it on your way out. Am I going to watch that Clone Tyrone? Probably not. It don't look like something I want to watch. Probably not. When I go on vacation, I'm going to download. Y'all know I got my brand new Kindle. So I got all the memory, child. I got a brand new Kindle. I don't have nothing on it yet. I need to set it up. I got to do that tomorrow. I haven't even taken it out the box yet, y'all. So I need to set my Kindle up so y'all can give me some suggestions of movies I should download on my Kindle so I can watch them on the plane and watch them when I get to Jamaica. So that's y'all recommend that? Y'all recommend that Clone Tyrone? Okay. Put it on. I'm put it on my community watch so y'all can give me some suggestions. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Mwah. Bye.